Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your reading. Let's see, what does Capricorn need to know? Come on, there was only one card. What else for Capricorn with what they need to know? Oh, let it fly. Capricorn, because you already know I don't want to see the cards before I place them, and the first three did show themselves. There we go. Not it. Wait. This is a side message? No, it's not. This is a side message. Main or side? Side. This is main or side? Neither. Not this one. Present moment. Wait. Yeah, I had it right. Natural environment. That's not it. One spot left. What's the last thing for what Capricorn needs to know? Wait. Not this one. Take main or side? Side. Alright, are there any other? Put them back. Okay, Capricorn, so down here are your side messages, but we're not going to get into that until after the main spread. That being said, you have knowledge. 3 of water. The scribe. 5 of air. Emotions. 9 of earth, death and rebirth, and the 4 of fire. Overall, it feels like there's a decision you need to make about how you're going to proceed. Yeah, either suffer and defeat or let spirit take the wheel. Anyway, that's how it's coming across, but let's get into your... For your present energy, you have knowledge. You have the information you require, but you feel like it's not enough. So it may be something that you're learning or focusing on, and you feel like you don't know everything that you need to get your shit together to take the next step forward. You may even feel like you're misunderstanding or misrepresenting the facts that you're learning about. Like you think you understand it, but you really don't. But Spirit's saying you have the information you need. All the pieces of the puzzle are there for you to put together appropriately. You just have to sit down and do the work. Yeah, you just have to sit down, do the work to understand how to apply it and make the pieces fit to get an overall understanding and to solve the problem. But like I said, for some of you, this is something that you're learning or focusing on. So if it's not a problem, but something that's being learned, yeah, because Spirit's showing it to me like you're reading from different chapters to gain the information you want, but Spirit's saying sit down and actually read the book from beginning to end. So if you may be learning something, but you're trying to take a shortcut and jumping from section to section, taking only what you think you need, you're missing a vital piece of information to let you know, like how to put all the components you already read and learned about, how to put it together. You're missing that critical piece because you're jumping from area to area, taking only what you think you need and bypassing the rest because you think it's not relevant information. Not some of you, not all of you. The vast majority of you, you have all the information you need. You just think you're not fully understanding it, or you don't have enough information to learn how to apply it. Now, as far as the energy in your environment, it's like you're celebrating yourself, you're relying on yourself, you're embracing your natural gifts and abilities to see you through a situation. If you have people around you, you may not. Yeah, if you have people around you that may be joining you, celebrating with you, or I'm hearing either assisting you or watching your growth. They're there, but they're not really there. It's like, yeah, the best way I can say it is like they're background noise. They're there, but they're not really part of anything. Where you're moving solo, you're moving on your own. And embracing your gifts to see something through. Yeah, some of you may be using your creative side to apply the knowledge you've learned. Instead of using logic, apply pieces of information in ways that don't make sense to you now, but actually are beneficial and seem to be correct. For the scribe is coming off somewhat neutral because it can either be a strength, it can either be a weakness. But yeah, this is not you, more of the source of information you're getting information from. It relates more to the source of information that you're relying on to learn from. Yeah, Spirit's saying, are you asking the right questions? You want the information you need to learn, but are you taking the right notes? Taking the time to listen, to take the time to listen, to employ note-taking in a more beneficial way. So, if you're taking a training course, if you're doing an online program, or if you're learning from a specific person, you have the scribe here. The scribe can be a strength for you when you're actually doing the work and have the patience to learn what you can, take down notes whether you think it's relevant or not, like relevant to your situation and what you want to do with it. It doesn't matter if the information is relevant to what you're trying to apply with it, to what you're trying to apply it for in the present moment. You take down any and all information that you can, because you never know what is going to be beneficial and how. For some of you, taking down the information that you think is not even beneficial to you can actually help further and advance your knowledge and understanding of what is going to be useful for you. But again, Spirit is reinforcing it. You got to do the work. You got to sit down, take your time to listen, learn, read, apply yourself. Because if you're not asking the right questions, if you're not taking down all the information that's provided to you, if you're not even looking up certain terms and definitions, then how do you expect to... if you're picking and choosing what information you're going to jot down instead of you're going to note down, instead of hearing everything, reading everything, the scribe is going to pose more as a weakness than a strength for you. Because the scribe is supposed to be someone who's unbiased, who listens, hears, and understands all from an objective point of view. And those of you who are taking down information, that only the information that you think that you need, instead of being objective, you're subjective, and that's going to hurt you in the long run. Because Spirit is making it clear that there is some useful information and the things you don't think is relevant for you. You just don't see it yet because you don't have the full picture. You don't have the full picture because you didn't note down everything. Anyway, in your present moment, you may put on a show like you got it all together, but mentally you may be suffering in silence and a lot of conflict. It's like your thoughts are waging war with you. Either your thoughts are waging war with themselves, or it's more of your thoughts. Some of you may be even having obsessive thinking, taking into account everything that's weighing on you. Your role and responsibility in the family, your responsibilities with work, your personal life, whether you have children, being faithful and committed to yourself. Like, there's a lot of things weighing on you mentally. And again, when you walk aside, it's like, I got this shit handled, I got it together. But really, behind the serene face, behind the mask, behind the show you're putting on, it's an act. Now, do the people around you see through it? Not everybody, but you for the most part, because this is your reading, Capricorn. You know you're putting on a show. You know you're putting on an act. You know how you feel behind the scenes. You know what's weighing on your mind. You know what's keeping you up at night. It's just like you don't know. It's like you don't know which way to go or how you're going to move forward. Like you're stuck in the position you find yourself in. You don't know which way to go with what you're learning. You may feel like you hit a rut, balancing out with everything else you have going on in your life. So Capricorn, it may feel like it's too much, but at the end of the day, you feel like you gotta hold it together. Either you feel like you gotta hold it together, or you know you're the one who has to hold everything together, because everything is on you. Now, based on the current energy that came out for you so far, there's 3 paths or courses of action you can take based on the energy that came out for you so far. The first one being emotions. And you are letting your feelings get the best of you. Some of you may even feel defeated and want to give up, like this isn't working out. There's no point to moving forward, so Some of you are falling into despair, whether it be with what you're learning you're giving up on, or some other aspect of your life. Because the way the energy is coming across, you're juggling like how many different roles and responsibilities, wearing how many different hats. Some of them are hitting the floor, and you're doing your best to keep the rest in the air while trying to pick that one role and responsibility up off the floor while managing everything else. But it's like with emotions, you're coming to the understanding that something gotta give, something gotta be let go, because you're stressed the fuck out, you're tired, and you're letting go of what's least beneficial, of what's not getting you the desired outcome. Yeah. And for the vast majority of you, yeah, Spirit had to confirm it. It is the thing that you're focusing on with and trying to learn about, or trying to figure out how to apply it. It's not getting you the results you wanted. It's just weighing you down, slowing you down, and you're not progressing as much as you could be in other areas of your life, so you're just going to let it go because you feel like a failure anyway. So yeah, whatever it is you're learning, focusing on, and you resonate with this card, you're considering letting it go. At the end of the day, you feel like it's not worth it because it's not panning out, it's not getting you anywhere. At least not how you thought it would. Now, secondly, for the second path or course of action, you have the Nine of Earth. Someone may not be feeding into you the way you're feeding into them, because with the Nine of Earth, it's more of a, you give what you get. You feel with the Nine of Earth, you're giving, caring, supportive. It's like you, it's embracing the role and responsibilities, but for you, Capricorn, it's like you're pulling back what you have to offer. What it is you do, what it is you say, what it is you teach, you're pulling yourself back. This could also speak to you giving less effort. Because Spirit's giving this path or course of action to me two different ways. For some of you, you're not putting in the time and resources anymore, devoting yourself how you used to be. It's not to any specific area of your life, it comes off more of overall. Whatever it is you're learning or focusing on, it's like you cut out a section of your time to devote to that as well. It's like you're taking away from everything else just to fit that one piece in, because you know how vital and important it is. For others of you, like I said, because you could be learning from another person, it's more of one-on-one, individualistic. Whoever it is you're learning from, because it's the thing itself is like they're not holding up their end of the deal. They're not providing you with everything they seem to know. And because they're not doing that, it's like you're pulling back in some way, shape, or form. You may be asking the question, if you're not going to give me anything, then why am I giving so much to you? Yeah, those are two different sides. And those two different ways I was picking up on this card. One, if you're learning from a specific person, and two, for whatever it is you're learning or how you're learning it, you're cutting out a piece of time, taking away from all aspects of areas of your life, just enough to fit this in. So you're not devoting yourself or having the same amount of time for everything as you used to, just to fit this in and make it more balanced. Lastly, with the death and rebirth here, you may be going through a transformation. Actually, either you're going through a transformation or something is coming to an end. But it's more internal than external. It's like the way you currently are now, whether you're somebody that asks for help or someone who doesn't ask for help at all, someone who's very self-reliant, independent, and do things on your own, you may start speaking up more and asking for help, raising questions, or vice versa. If you're someone who's always asking for help, codependent, don't know how to function on your own, it's like you're going to be a little more self-reliant, independent. Let me try it for myself. If I fail, then I will go for help. But at the end of the day, I got to do this for me. So some way, shape, or form, you hit a crossroads. And what you're learning or how you're learning it may have been a catalyst for this change. Because if you're someone who doesn't speak up, you are speaking up more. You're voicing your opinions. You're saying, you're saying when the fuck you need help. And asking people you know will give it. And vice versa. If you're someone who's always asking for help and don't have an independent bone in your body, you are learning to rely on yourself, depend on yourself. Yeah. And do things in your own way. Support yourself through a tough situation. Instead of relying so much on the next person like your dang crutch. Yeah. Because with your present moment, there's something weighing on your... there's a lot weighing on your mind. So either something's got to give, you're making time, and or pulling back your energy, or you're going to hit a dang crossroads when you decide enough is enough and take a stand up in your own life, or recruit some help from people you know is going to have your back and help you. Now, whatever path or course of action you take, you have the 4 of fire for what you can expect over the upcoming weeks. You are dead focused on a specific outcome. Hit or miss, win or lose. You are applying yourself as thoroughly as you can to reach a particular outcome. Yeah. I'm sorry, because Spirit's over here showing me like a long ass obstacle course. This person over here is holding a bow and arrow. Basically, have to shoot it through a ring of fire. Shoot it through a ring of fire on a windy day and hit a moving target. You don't know how you're going to make this happen, but you know for damn sure it doesn't matter how many tries it takes. You're going to hit the target you're trying to reach. You might get close, and that's okay. I'm hearing that's a good starting point, because at least you're somewhere in that realm for where you should be or where you want to be. Makes it easier to get yourself closer to your true target area. Yeah, but one way or another, you were so focused on something very specific. You want it, you need it, you gotta have it, you're going for it. Alright, let's clarify the spread for Capricorn, please. One moment. Not it. Wait. Yeah, scribe. Wait. Air or water? Air or water? Water energy. Not it. Side note. Meaner side. Side message. 5 of air. This goes emotions. So what is this one? Main side or none of the above? Oh, don't need the rest. Alright, so let's see. With 3 of water, you have King of Swords. Huh. Remember when I said the people are around you, even though they may be supporters or fans of you, but they're more of background noise? You're celebrating yourself. You're embracing your creative side to do things your way. Looking to apply the information you learned. And you may be teaching the information you learned to somebody else. Either, yeah, not one, but a group of people. Yeah, and this deck is more of conversing with either with the King of Swords in this deck. It's usually not you dealing with one person, it's you dealing with community or a group. And the way you learn things, it may not, yeah, I'm here. Okay, I'm just going to say it how I'm hearing it. It may not be the norm. It can be considered abstract. But at the end of the day, you get results. You may have people around you looking at you like, how you do that, how did you do that? And it's like you're the one who's going to be breaking it down step by step. With the scribe here, with the 6 of Pentacles, so yeah, you may be learning from a specific person because someone's being generous with their time and donating the knowledge that they have. I'm hearing this isn't for free. So whatever they may be teaching you or working with you on for you to learn at a faster pace, this is something people usually pay for. Huh. Yeah. No disrespect, no offense, Capricorn. Because I just had to like probe a little bit to see if your energy was here as well. Come again, the other person wants to see if he was here as well. With the scribe, and it's like, you're being greedy. You're asking for more information than what you've already been provided with, acting like it's not enough for you because you still don't understand and comprehend. You don't understand and comprehend because you're not taking the time to appreciate the information that was given to you, or even take down all the information that was given to you. You want to pick and choose what you want to keep. It's like someone putting out, having a yard sale, but they're not really selling it. They're just giving stuff away. You want to pick and choose things that you think is going to be useful and beneficial to you. But there's how many stuff on that table that could hopefully serve a good purpose for you. But you're dismissing it, you're discounting it because you don't see the value of it. How are you going to get the full benefits of what the fuck you're buying or what the fuck you're picking up if you're not You can't expect to have a certain level of understanding if you do not have everything you need. Everything you need has already been provided to you, either for dirt cheap or at no cost, from someone who understands and knows what they're doing or knows what they're talking about. You're the one who's being greedy, asking for more, when you're not even looking at the notes you have or appreciating the information you have and actually sitting down with them, studying them, learning them. You didn't even take down the appropriate information. Some of you did not take down the appropriate information, just picking and choosing what you think would serve you the best. But it's not going to serve you without if you don't have a full picture of what it is you're learning or what it is you need to do. Capricorn. Now with the 5 of air, clarified by the Queen of Wands, the queens are more of one-on-one, while the kings are either a group or a community, one-on-one. So yeah, you may be learning or dealing with a specific person. Alright, being that you feel like there's a lot weighing on you mentally, you may feel like you're not getting the support you need. Alright, in the words of Spirit, how do you want me to say this? There's someone around you who you think is not providing you with the proper motivation or inspiration for doing things. They're not inspiring you, it's like they're not inspiring you, they're not urging you forward, they're not assisting you and supporting you, but that's not it. There's something else here. You may feel like they're not taking on a leadership role. It's like there's someone in your environment or it's like this, whoever this is to you, is like they work smarter, not harder. They move based on what they're passionate about and inspires some. And they draw it out on others. But for you, Capricorn, it's like it's being done in a negative way because they're not inspiring you, they're not supporting you, they're not using up that energy to work with you. And I keep on hearing it's like they're putting on a show. It's like they're giving you embers and it's like they're leaving you on the cold over here, giving you small embers that are dying out and presenting it as a blazing flame that's going to keep you warm. Like they're not really doing anything. Yeah, just in a sense they're not playing the role as queen, and honestly that may be what's weighing on you as well. Because if you're wearing a mask that you got it all together, you may be looking for help or support in places, honestly, you shouldn't be looking in. either you're realizing that in the present moment, or either you already realize that in the present moment, or it's something you need to come to terms with, because it's one of the things that could be adding to your mental stress of having to do everything, manage everything, and wear all these different hats. And it's like the queen is not the queen. They show up as one, they present as one, but they're not. It's like everything the Queen of Fire is, the Queen of Wands is supposed to be, they're not. They're exact opposite. But it's just the fact they show up as the Queen that makes it even more confusing or harder for you. But anyway, the last one with emotions you have is clarified by the Nine of Swords. Yeah, if you resonated with this path where you feel letting something go because it's not benefiting you, you're stressed the fuck out. You are stressed out. There's too much going on around you. There's too much going on around you and inside of you. The only thing you want to do is quiet the noise and have the mental torment end. And like I said, being that you are already stressed the fuck out, it may not even take much for you to decide something gotta give and tap out altogether. Alright, let's see real quick what your side message is. Alright, you have Thought, the Crown, and the Ten of Air, along with the Devil and the King of Wands. Oh, Capricorn, you are changing and hopefully developing a whole new perspective. The way you're thinking has got to go. It's not suiting you for your highest good. In fact, it may be what's holding you back right now for how you currently view your situation. And I mean, that may be the case. But a situation is only as dark as you make it. The situation is only as dark as you view it. It can be your downfall, or it can be a new challenge that you have to rise to. It all depends on how you view it. Anyway, sorry about that. With the Crown and Ten of Air here, yeah, Spirit is saying that you're putting on your war face. You're going against the grain, you're going against the system, but this is more of, the way it's presenting is more of, you're going against your own beliefs. You're going against the grain, but Spirit's showing me it's like a battle within yourself. Whatever negative self-talk you had, or despair or discouragement you had, you're letting it all go to the wayside. You're not focusing on it. You're not even allowing it to enter your conscious mind. Because that's not who you are. That's not who you want to be. That's not how you want to represent yourself. Yeah. It's not physical. You're going through a mental transformation. All that naysaying, self-doubt, negative self-talk, you're leaving in the past, along with those that don't serve you. So if you have people around you that keep around you, come here and just do the work. But it's not like they're saying it in a supportive way or a helpful way. It's leaving you to figure it out on your own. And just as they leave you, you leave them. Because I see your back to people. They're not too far from you, but it's like you two have your back to each other, and they'll be talking amongst themselves about any fuck shit they feel you see or notice going on. And you're dismissing it, you're disregarding it, you're moving on up. I'm hearing you're allowing your mind to ascend to higher realms of possibilities. Yeah, taking a step forward and rising to the occasion. And with these two down here, the Devil and the King of Wands, you may feel conflicted. You have this take charge kind of attitude where you want to learn, you want to put in the work, you want to do things your way, you want to... It's like you want to strive and be able to teach others. Like I said, with the King of Wands, it's more of what you do for the king in general is what you do or how you communicate with the people around you or a group or your community. You want to be able to be the voice of something. You want to be It's coming across like learning to be able to teach, but at the same time, you're throwing it all away. You're giving into the temptation of self-indulgence or overindulgence. Like, if you're a stress eater, a stress drinker, if you smoke, or even with procrastination, you may be indulging in that just a little bit too much, and it's keeping you from this based on the stress that you're feeling. Yeah, because the way it's coming off is that you are close to this. You have people you can learn from and can learn from you. But you're overindulging in something because you're stressed out, because you don't know which way to go, and it's actually keeping you from being, I'm hearing, a reliable resource. Yeah. Yeah, those two are your side notes, Capricorn. And overall, this is the reading that I have for you. I do hope that you enjoyed or at least gained some insight from the reading. If you did, please do like or subscribe, as there will be more videos to come. With that being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Capricorn.